Boundary in the first over for Nepal Rhinos. There might be back-to-back fours here, as that one's popped up just backward a square. Races away down towards the Boundary Cafe. Solid start for the Nepal Rhinos. Being sent into bat. Nice use of the wrists there by Ashish Thakuri. Pop this one over backward of square. They had the fielder inside the circle on the 45, but just manages to carry clearly. Gets through for another single, keeping the runs on the board early on for the Nepal Rhinos. The sunshine and lots of runs in the first over. Aaron Bush with you for the KCC Morning League Grade 2 match. Green Ink winning the toss, sending the Rhinos into bat. Ahayam Zaman, a.k.a. Guest for Green Ink, bowling over number 2. Left arm quick. Gets the edge from Thakuri, but doesn't carry to the fly gully. Runs flowing in the first over for Nepal off the bat of Thakuri. They're making some adjustments in the field here. Farid Saeed crossing over to the offside. Guides this one backward a point. It's racing down towards that Boundary Cafe, and it's not going to be able to be cut off by Usman. Yet another boundary to Shish, his third, as he moves to 14. Just opened the face on that one and guided it backward of point. Back live. Goes forward of point this time. Going to end up with the same result. Fast outfield. Just trickles into the boundary. What a start. This is a 4th 4 for Thakuri. Is peppering that point region back and forward. This one getting a bit quick onto Thakuri from Zaman and chops into the body. Don't forget, you can check out all the details of all the games, the matches, the tables, the stats of both Grade 1 and Grade 2 KCC Morning League for 2024-25 at the KCC Match Centre, which is the easiest thing in the world to find. Just go to Google and type in KCC Match Centre. That one in the books as a wide. So he pushed well across the body with the left arm. And if you click on that Google link, it'll take you straight to the live game today. And you can also click after onto the competition centre, which will give us the table for Grade 2, which I'll run through. Nepal Rhinos, the Hong Kong Nepalese Cricket Association, and that's their full name, yet to get a win from their 2 games, sitting bottom of the table. Green Ink, mid-table, 3 games, 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 no result for their 3 points. So a win today for the Nepal Rhinos will get them up to 2 points, and a win for Green Ink will move them into 3rd, below table leaders with 3 wins, Marcor and HSBC Life, who had their first loss yesterday in the competition against the Sky Warriors Incredibles. Moved themselves up from 6th to 4th. That's how quickly you can move around. A big over again for the Nepal Rhinos. 2 overs done there. 21 for the loss of no wicket. Takuri, 19 off 9. So I'll run through the sides today. And for Nepal Rhinos, 2 out of the middle, just Takuri and Gagan Limbu. With just the 3 deliveries so far. Sumantapa Centuri, the captain, Maya Malaka, Tenchendra Adhikari, Bakaraj Shrestha, Setan Nobu Guru, Suman Shah, Susan Shrestha, Sujit Manlimbu, Patika Sapkota, and 12th man today, Rupesh Guru. Run through the Green Ink side as well. That's hit nicely. That's another boundary. That's beautifully timed. Ashish Takuri. Smashes a 4, runs 2 runs, runs straight out of square leg and says, hang on, that was Limbu, I should say, smashing the 4. You can see Takuri there, gets down and straight to the square leg umpire in Imran Arif and says, hang on, I've got too many players. Some sort of fielding infringement. I'm assuming it was 3 outside the circle. Or 2 backward on the leg side, I'm not sure, but astuteness from Takuri gets the free hit as well, coming up for Gagan Limbu. Oh, and he's taking that one. Big, long, wide, long boundary. Is it going to pull up before the ropes? I think it is. I think both Takuri and Limbu thought that was going to go to the boundary for 4, so they just jogged on 3 for 1, and it's stopped. One of the wetter parts of the ground over there near the groundsman's shed, so it's probably just stopped in front of the rope. Playing 11 for Green Ink today, Kamal Muhammad, Nawaz Rahman, Usman Ayab, Nawaz Rahim, Usama Muhammad, Wasim Abbas, who I don't believe's arrived yet. Muhammad Zaman, we've seen already with the ball in hand. Farouk Saeed, the captain, Bharat Ganshani, bowling right at the moment. Ankit Joshi and Ajab Khan. Very quick between the wickets here. And get safely through. Abbas was going to be the keeper today, but Ibrahim with the gloves on at the moment for Green Ink. Shape away for Bharat. End of the over. 8 runs coming from that one in the end. The Nepal Rhinos moved to 29. Loss of no wicket after 3. Halfway through the power play, going at 9.67. Good start. Looking to get their first win. Is Mahayam will continue the left arm for over number 4. Edges it through gully region, the deep third in place. So take the single. 2 outside the circle for Greening. Is that deep third and a long on. An interesting decision. Long on inside the power play. It's a very long boundary. And he's sitting right back on the ropes. Morning league. Shots that tend to go that way end up falling halfway between the circle and the boundary. Nice and quick from Zaman. Oh, guided backward of square. Work to do. 2 trying to chase it down. I'm going to stop it just inside the boundary. We'll take 2.
That's why I asked.
Boundary drying up here for Nepal, but still continuing to rotate the strike after the blistering start. You can also see all the results of previous games on the KCC morning match centre for the morning league. I'll scroll through. Bought my glasses, but made it easier for me to read. But back on the 3rd of October, Nepal Rhinos took on HSBC Life. Went down by 27 runs in that game. There's the boundaries back for Nepal after a brief hiatus. And they also played game number 2, a game against the Sky Warriors Incredibles, when they went down by 4 wickets. As for Green Ink, they played their first game back on October 31st against the Chingy Smashers and went down by 70 runs. No result on November 13 against Standard Chartered Bank. Just uses the wrist again, keeps it fine enough to get another boundary. Back-to-back fours to finish off over number 4 as the Nepal Rhinos move into the 40s. They're 42 for the loss of no wicket after 4, going at 10.5. One win for Green Ink was back on December 5 against the Sky Warriors Incredibles when they won by 56 runs. Big discussion going on out there in the middle after over number 4. Bharat, captain Saeed. Noah's there as well. Who's going to have a bowl? It's a raffle. Kamal is going to bowl over number 5. Still lots of discussions. Farouk talking with umpire Yadav. Helmet called for by Ibrahim. And keep up the stumps for Kamal. Pushing hard, quickly for a single. Takuri wanting to be back on strike. Going at a strike rate of 200, 30 off 15. How many boundaries has he got now? 6. Oh, what a juggling effort. Backward square, one hand up. Tapped it to himself, bobbled it 2 or 3 more times, but in the end, it stayed in the mints, and that's the end of the very dangerous. Takuri out for 30. The first wicket falls for Nepal Rhinos. As Joshi with the catch at backward square. Thought it was going to go over his head. He threw one hand up at this one. And it just managed to century coming out for Nepal Rhinos at number 3 inside the power play. And immediately Kamal strikes. Started with a loose one and then lured Takuri into a false stroke. Thought he was going to clear that backward square. He would have gone for 4, but that juggling effort by Joshi gets green ink, their first wicket. Immediately off the mark for Century. Winds up on this one. Plenty of power backward of square, kept it along the ground for back-to-back 4s. Gagan Limbu now taking over the role of big hitter for Nepal Rhinos with Takuri back in the sheds. The 50 coming up for Nepal Rhinos as well with that boundary. It's what we like to see. Milestones with boundaries. Speaking of boundaries, there's another one. Another 4. The 4th 4 for Gagan Limbu. And the third off the over of after 5. Nepal Rhinos now going at 11.4. They're 57 for 1. Sama Muhammad to bowl the final over of the power play for Green Ink. This blistering start from Nepal Rhinos. Flicks that one off the pads. Takes the single, rotates the strike back to Limbu. Runs have been an issue for the Rhinos so far in the competition. Not today, but previously. First game, they only scored 105. Chased down pretty quickly by the Incredibles, and then chasing 165, 166 for victory against HSBC Life. All out for 138. So on the improve, even though we haven't seen them since last year. Almost 5 months since we've seen the Nepal Rhinos here at KCC. And Centuri's just scooped that one up straight to point. And the second wicket falls for Nepal on 60. Centuri out for 2. Kamal with the catch. It was an easy one. It just looped on up to the point region. Kamal taking the catch. And Sama breaks through again in his first over, much like Kamal did. Kamal's got a wicket and a catch, and there's 2 wickets down for the Nepal Rhinos. The captain coming out to the crease for Nepal Rhinos. Malika batting at number 4. Got a good platform set by his top 3. Numbers 1 and 3 back in the sheds, though. Sama being the tidiest so far, even with an extra. Almost generates a wicket immediately. I think that has actually flicked off the gloves of Ibrahim. Skipped on through too quickly. That's buys in the end. So no edge. Sworn there was a edge off the bat there, but missed it all, as did Ibrahim. So it definitely came off the gloves then. It didn't come off the bat. End of a successful over for Green Ink, rounding out the power play. Nepal Rhinos 61 for 2. Well, to continue. A little expensive at the end of his over after taking a wicket. 1 for 15 so far off his first, but also taking a catch in the next over. So he's generating wickets. Got a little bit of turn there as well. Worth a shout, that one from Kamal. 3 dots. The leg with the bye back in the previous over. It's actually been 6 dots to the bowlers in a row. I think that's 7. Okay. That ends the string of dots, and Malakar getting off the mark. Back to the dots. So very good over from Kamal. Just the 1 run coming from the 7th. Nepal Rhinos getting bogged down here. 62 for 2 after 7. Summer, bowler second. He was tidy in his first, 1 for 3. Malakar on strike. Big appeal. It's hit him on the knee roll. Very close, very adjacent. Finger goes up from umpire Imran Arif. That's the end of the count. And Malakar out for 1. And Nepal, they're starting to lose wickets on a regular basis here. 62 for 3. Milan Adhikari out to the crease and immediately departs. Well, the rot setting in here for the Nepal Rhinos, and Usama, he's on a hat trick. She's popped this one up back with a point. Kamal again with the catch. These two combining nicely. And a golden duck for Milan as Bikash comes out to the crease. Bikash Shrestha gets to face the hat-trick ball. After that blistering start from Nepal Rhinos, it's all coming apart at the moment. Okay, hat-trick ball coming up. Well, far away from finding an edge. Survives the hat-trick ball. Needs to survive a lot longer, though. Shrestha, stay out there with Gagan Limbu, who's looking good, but stranded down the non-striker's end. Yorker length this time. Oh, that's a good start. That's a nice way to get off the mark. Bikash crunching it through covers. And more of that required for Nepal. Oh, I say, that's been smoked over the top of mid-on. Out to the long-on boundary. Back-to-back fours. That's a nice way to get off the mark and end the over as well. Survived the hat-trick ball and then went bang-bang to finish it off. 8 runs and 2 wickets coming from the 8th. The Nepal Rhinos 70 for 4. Kamal, 1 for 16 off 2 and 2 catches. He just didn't find a way to be involved in the LBW, but he's been involved in everything else for Green Ink today. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw Gagan Limbu on strike. He's going to get a 2 to start with. It's been a while. Faced one delivery at the end of Kamal's previous over. Mostly, he's been stranded down the non-striker's end for a while, considering he opened the batting. Just the 18 deliveries so far, 19, and this would be the 20th. And he has chopped that one on. Has he? No. Yes. Bikash wasn't sure what happened because he was standing in front of his stumps, but he's chopped that one onto the leg stump. And then Kamal gets his second. He knew what he'd done. Nobody else did because they were standing in front of the stumps until he walked away and we could see the leg stump bail had been removed and he departs. Fine 22 comes to an end. And these two spinners are doing the damage for Green Ink. Susan coming out now. Susan Shrestha to join Bikash Shrestha. So Osama's got 3. Kamal's got 2, plus 2 catches. And the 2 Shresters out there in the middle now. And while it's been almost 5 months since we've seen Nepal Rhinos, my memory serves me correctly. We'll see both of these 2 with ball in hand in the second innings. That's scooped out nicely. No cover or extra cover inside the circle, so they're going to push for 2 on the arm and get it easily. Bit of a dewy ball. Captain out in the deep. Bit of a slip on the hands, and they push back for 2. As I mentioned earlier, runs have been an issue for Nepal. It's lost half their wickets, not even at the halfway mark. Needs to scamper back here. Susan. Again, stands up and tries to poke that one. Not going with the full-bodied blow. End of the over. Another successful one for Green Ink. Another successful one for Kamal Muhammad. As after 9, the Nepal Rhinos are 74 for 5. Blue shoes into the attack for over number 10, Farouk Saeed for Green Ink. The ageless Farouk Saeed. Talked to him on the 8 for 52 podcast last year as he was off to an over 40 to a competition somewhere. I want to say Pakistan, but don't quote me on that one. Also represented Hong Kong in hockey. A talented man, still playing Saturday cricket for Kowloon Cricket Club as well. That's really good glove work. I think it stung a bit for Ibrahim, but he's just stuck the right mid out and somehow it's stuck into the claws. And again, not much turn for Farouk, but he's getting it to zip through. Just like last over against Kamal with Susan Shrestha. Bikash Shrestha's just trying to stand up and find bat on ball. Might be better served. Winding up on it. See where it lands. No deep third in place if he gets the big top edge. It's gone the guide again. Picks out the fly gully. Susan was coming quickly though, and good running. Apparently it's Ajab with the gloves on. Now that's better. That's more what needs to be done for the Nepal Rhinos. Susan Shrestha showing Vikas Shrestha how it's done. Straight through with the bat. It was a little overpitched there from Farouk. In my defence, I've been calling Ajab Ibrahim because that's what it says on his shirt. But broadcast director Myra Baloch has corrected me. And she is correct because there is no Ibrahim in the playing 11 today for Green Ink. So he's borrowed somebody's shirt. One of those very rare occasions that Myra is correct. So I will give her credit where credit's due. She finally gets one right. So we'll make sure everybody knows. That's the end of the over. Halfway mark for the Nepal Rhinos. 10 overs done, 10 remain. They're 80 for 5. Into the 11th over. And we were talking about people with shirts on without their names. Anka Joshi, a.k.a. Sidhu today for Green Ink. We've got Khan wearing an Ibrahim shirt. Mahayam Zaman is known as guest. Keeping me on my toes in broadcast. They've put 2 out in the deep now for the straight hitting of Susan Shrestha. So he only gets the 1 this time. Or was that? It was just the 1. Get that corrected on the screen. I told you Myra Baloch is only correct once or twice in a lifetime. This is going to be a wicket here, I think. It's gone straight up in the air from Bikash. Anka gets underneath it and gets the breakthrough. 6th wicket falls for the Nepal Rhinos on 84. Bikash Shrestha out for 10. Wickets continuing to fall for Nepal after such a good start. Gurung to the crease at number 8. Go back into the match centre and have a look at what the collapse has been like for Nepal. Seeing the fall of wickets. So they were 44 without loss. They're now 84 for 6. So they've lost 6 wickets for 40 runs here. leg byes. No getting off the mark just yet. Two of them. And that one is the old you miss, I hit as it rattles on to middle and leg. Anchor gets two in and over. Not the first time today that's happened for Green Ink as Nepal lose their seventh on 86. Fortunately, with just the two leg byes, that's another duck in the books.
Can you confirm his name?
Oh, no ball four from Farouk.
Yes, we. Yes, we know it.
Free hit coming up. Suman Shah at the non-strikers end coming out at number 9. Susan Shrestha on strike. Gets back just in time. Was going for a dance because he could, because it was a free hit.
I thought you got bold. Didn't watch.
Missed the free hit, didn't miss out here though, as he smashes it through forward square. 4 runs. Susan Shrestha. Some late resistance for the Nepal Rhinos. Just 3 more wickets for Green Ink to go into the innings break, though. They need more runs, Nepal, with just 95 on the board at the moment. A deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on, long off. And there's that feather trying to. I'm not sure where that shot's supposed to go, to be honest. They've got a fly gully, slip place, waiting for that just off the side of screen there. So unless it gets nice and fine and races away for 4, chances of an edge to the keeper are high. They are now going to put somebody out in the deep on the offside. They didn't before this ball. This one's played straight to point. No interest at all from Shah. Just a couple of steps and Back they went. They've got good runs, 9 runs off the over already. They can do that from here on out. They'll get up 170 mark, really. It's just the 3 wickets in hand are an issue. That's going to be an issue for Green Ink as he's picked that one off stump with a bit of turn. It's actually going to stop before anyone gets there. They'll get back for an easy 2. Zaman having to come all the way around from deep square leg. So even more runs. 11 off the over, 1 ball remaining. Big gap. They've got the deep point and a mid-off in place. A big gap through cover and extra cover. Nobody there at all. And that was awfully close to a missed glove stumping as it's bounced off the gloves of Khan onto the stumps, but Shrestha managed to get the back foot down just in time. End of the over, 11 coming from it. 12 done. Nepal Rhinos, 97 for 7. Ankit Joshi. 2 wickets in his first over. 2 for 4 off 1. Suman Shah gets to see his first delivery. Sat out the previous over at the non-striker's end. He could push for 2 here, but decide against it. Ankit has to do his own fielding. I think Shrestha's happy to take control here. Get the 1 again, as I've mentioned a number of times this week on KCC Morning League broadcast. The big hits out to the long boundary towards the bowling club tend not to carry, so that one fell 1 bounce inside. They were floating 10 metres inside. Might be in a catching position, but they're happy to protect the boundary. Couldn't protect that boundary, however. Shrestha moves into the 20s with his third 4. Dots it out. 6 runs coming from the 13th as the Nepal Rhinos brought up their 100 in that over. They're 103 for 7. Handy little 17-run partnership forming between Susan Shrestha and Suman Shah. Farouk's going to continue. It was expensive in his previous over, going for 11. One push to the right side of Kamal at point, so allowed the single. Farouk remonstrating that he was blocked by the batter, and in the end, they are just going to put 1 in the books and replace. That is massive. Saman's down there trying to see where it's gone. It's either gone up the top or it's gone out the back. He's got no idea where that one landed. Did it drop down from the top tier or has it gone up the top? We think that one's been deposited onto the top of the swimming pool pavilion above our broadcast area. We're going to go have a look. Well, I'm not. KCC Morning League boss, Afzal Hedda, will go have a look. It seemed effortless there from Shah. He's just flicked it. It's travelled the distance all the way up to the top. Afzal has found the ball. Hayam has thrown it back in, so we should be able to continue this over. 3 balls left to the 14th. Okay, so we're back live, and this time Mr. eases it onto the offside. Said that Shrestha was going to take and farm the strike, being the bigger hitter out there, but Shah's proven he's just going to go big as well, so he can take the strike. Partnership over the quarter century mark now, 26 off 18. I'll get Myra to put the partnerships up after this and see how they will. We know the opening partnership was 44. We also know that they lost 6 wickets after that for 40 runs. So end of the over. 9 runs coming from the 14th. Nepal Rhinos 112 for 7. As we will pull up the partnerships. And if it's all in white writing, it's going to be hard for me to see. But it is the second biggest partnership of the day after that opening partnership between Gagan Limbu and Takuri. So handy late runs here for Nepal. They could have gone for 2 on this one, as it fell into a bit of a no man's land. 3 players having to converge, and it ended up being Ankit who did the fielding. For some reason, they just took the one, though. Susan Shrestha back on strike. 22 off 18. I think this is buys. It is. And a boundary. Said earlier, so far, the 2 games that Nepal Rhinos have played, the high score has been 138. The other game was 105, so they surpassed the 105. Take it as a win if they can go past the 138 as well. It was far away. It was worth a shout there from Joshi. The left arm. Close to that leg stump. Beats the infield. Won't beat the sweeper out at long off, though. Current run rate, 8.11. We'll get the Nepal Rhinos up to 162, which they'd be very happy with as a grade 2 score. Oh, Machar! His second maximum. Swept that one beautifully. That one's definitely left the ground. Umpire Imran Arif will come across from square leg and pick up a replacement ball. So 12 off this over already. The last 2 overs been good runs while we wait for the new ball to come in. Let's have a look at the Manhattan, the Hong Kong, as we like to call it. We need to get that renamed at the top. Just call it the Hong Kong. So a big over number 5, 15 coming from it. But the last 2 here, double figures. 10 and now 12 with 1 ball remaining. 5 overs left. If they had a few more wickets in hand, they could go super big here. But these 2 out in the middle, 39-run partnership now. Frustrating the green ink. End of the over, it will be 12 off the 15th. 5 overs remain. Nepal Rhinos, 125 for 7. Brookside to bowl out here. 3 overs, none for 27. It's one into the body. It was going down leg. Shrestha kind of missed out there. No backward square in place, just the deep square. Another dot. At this point, probably need to get Shah back on strike. 20 off 12. And they will as it rolls out down to long on. That's exactly why they needed to get him back on strike. Cow corner, long boundary. Imran knew that was going to happen. Took out a second ball, replacement ball. Not sure where that one went. Perhaps into the children's playground. Fortunately, it's far too early on a Friday morning for there to be children in there, so they're safe. 3rd maximum for Shah. He winds up on this one and almost chops it on. Squirts it out somehow onto the leg side. Takes the 1. But another maximum means some more good runs. Keeping that run rate around the 8 mark. 4.1 overs remaining. And Shrestha's missed out there. He's been given a pie, big full toss, but he's picked out the fielder in the deep, so it's just going to be 1. He'll retain strike. 9 runs coming from the 16th. Nepal Rhinos, 134 for 7. Remember, if you're watching along on the YouTube, feel free to jump into the YouTube comments. They're open. Someone was very happy with the innings at the beginning from Ashish Thakuri. Lots of love hearts. Perhaps a relation of Ashish. Or just liked his batting. It was very good and was worth probably worth the 7 love hearts that has been put into the comments. Anchor Josh is going to bowl out here as well. Bit of a false stroke, not going to carry to Zaman. One bounce out to deep mid-wicket. So just the one. Couple of false strokes. 50-run partnership up for these two. Top partnership for Nepal Rhinos today. 50 off 33. 3 4s, 3 6s in that 50. Much more you can ask from an 8th wicket partnership. Thought went into that one from Imran. Definitely looked wide and eventually called. Swinging hard, but only going to be another single. Plenty of protection. Their keepers finally turn up for green ink. Abbas switches into the gloves from Ajab. And come up. He's going to... Oh, a direct hit. The bat was down. The ricochet on second. This will be Kamal's final over as well. 3 overs and 2 for 20 before that too. Scoops that one out. Going to get 2 out of this one as well, as it's gone through a wide-ish extra cover. $57-run partnership now between these two. They've gone past that 138, so it's their highest score of the Grade 2 for 2024-25 season. Sukshan Shrestha, top scorer. That's up in the air, just over the top of Farouk. Bit fluky, a bit lucky, gets the one. Shrestha now top scorer. He's 34. Shah's the top scorer, I should say, with 34. Shrestha's on 27. That goes for 4. He'll be second top scorer. It is. He moves to 31. These two. Partnership moves into the 60s. Miles going to finish off with the dot. It should be to finish with. They're all very... Thought they were going back to their positions. It was. We were right on scoring. That's good to know. 18 overs done. 2 remain. 148 for 7. Partnership 62 off 43 deliveries. 58 of it off the bat and a few extras helping get the score up. Rahman Nawaz to have a bowl. Hasn't bowled today. And he's been given the penultimate over. So he's going to bowl just the one over, of course. Can't bowl the death over as well. 43 balls have been out there, these two. Last wicket falling on 86. Go around the wicket with the left arm. Hits hard, sharp, but picks out the backward point on the ropes. And it's going to be overthrows, at least one. Should be only one. Is in the end. Nawaz cleans up. It's a no ball as well. So the 150 up. Free hit coming up. I said he wasn't going to get a boundary out of it, but he got 3 runs and a free hit. Suman Shah. What's he going to do here? He's going to charge and just bobble it to extra cover. Getting a little loose here for Green Ink. No matter what happens today, I'm going to have to go away and think about the fact they had a team at 86 for 7. Somehow they're going to be chasing 150 plus. And legal deliveries remaining. Shah showing what he can do. He usually goes for the maximum, but he's brought up his second 4 there, keeping it along the ground through extra cover. It's beautifully timed and placed. The ball coming in with the left arm from Rahman. Back live. Oh, big fresh airy this time. Certainly swinging hard enough. Oh, he's got an edge on it. That's what he's done, and he's got to go. Well, that's a big partnership. 71 runs comes to an end. Leading run scorer, Suman Shah, departs. The 8th wicket falls. Big round of applause from his dugout as we watch the replay. Inside edge. Immediately walks. Rahman strikes after going for 4. They got 8 deliveries left, 2 wickets in hand. Can the Nepal Rhinos bat out their full 20? Can Green Ink manage to clean this tail up? 71 run partnership comes to an end as Limbu S comes to the crease. We've already seen Gagan opening the batting. That's impressive. He was aiming to put that one through square leg, and it somehow come off the toe of the bat out through point. But does get a single. Shrestha, if he's wise here, will find a gap and take the single so he can face out the final over. Again, he needs to take the lead, 32 off 32. Does exactly that as he drives straight. Well, he wants to push for 2. And they'll happily let him as Kamal just wanders across and slowly picks that one up, because that's a win really for Green Ink. They'll be able to attack Limbu in the final over. 1 over does remain. 160 on the board for the Nepal Rhinos with 2 wickets in hand. Former wicketkeeper Punjab Khan gets to bowl 1 over, and it'll be the death over. So see, you can now see on the screen, he has Ibrahim written on his shirt, so that's why I was calling him Ibrahim. Ajab, he would normally, I'd suggest, probably bowl more overs than just 1, but it's a no ball, is it? It is. It's a bit of a sloppy start from Ajab. So here, Sujit Limbu gets a free one to see what he can do with it. He squirts it up in the air and he'll get 1. Won't be caught, won't be any run out. So he does the right thing, rotates back. That will leave 5 deliveries for Susan Shrestha to see. Can he push the Nepal Rhinos up to the 170 mark? A run a ball that he's been going at, get him up to 167. He's hit that incredibly well, but incredibly straight to Kamal at long on. Unfortunate, so he's only going to get the 1. Deserved more. Sounded good off the bat. Needed to go more through square leg or cow corner. Cuts away. Can't beat extra cover, so another single in the books. Yorker length, chopped out. Shy is out, and it is a left hand, a flick from Mahayam Zaman gets the wicket, and that's the end of a very fine innings for Susan Shrestha, out for 35, and 1 wicket remains. Showing all his skills there, Mahayam. Left hand back flick, 1.5 stumps to aim at, didn't matter for him. And another round of applause as Shrestha makes his way back to the dugout. Sapkota coming out. He'll be at the non-striker's end, though, as the batter's crossed. Sapkota at the non-striker's end, with Limbu to face at least one of the 2 final deliveries. 165. Good score. Can they survive? They don't want to be bowled out. Oh, well, I'll talk about a commentator's curse, because that's exactly what's happened. Ajab's gone straight through the gate of Limbu, and with 1 ball remaining, the Nepal Rhinos bowled out for 165. We'll have a look at the batting and bowling cards before we go into the innings break here. There it is, a good opening partnership of 44 runs between Takuri and Gagan Limbu getting the score on the board. But then it fell away there in that middle order. A 10 to Bikash Shrestha, but that wasn't enough. It was the big 71-run partnership between Susan Shrestha and Shah, getting the score up to 165. The bowling card here for Green Ink, 3 for Isama, and both Akit and Ajab right at the end, plus a run out So when we come back from the innings break in around 9 minutes' time, Green Ink will require 166 for victory. Join us then. Welcome back. KCC Morning League Grade 2. Aaron Bush with you. Innings break done. We've got some news to report from the innings break as Kamal's going to be on strike. Suman Shah to bowl. Usman Ayub at the non-strikers end for Green Ink. You might have noticed as we came into the innings break, we talked about Nepal Rhinos 165 and Green Ink requiring 166 for victory. But Green Ink were a bit slow with their over rate and have been penalised 5 runs. So the target is now 171. That's a big target. Can Nepal Rhinos get their first victory of the 2024 Grade 2 Morning League season? Or can Green Ink get a second one? Here we go. Bit of shape into the batter there from Suman Shah, top scorer, of course, for the Nepal Rhinos, with that 71-run partnership at the end with Susan Shrestha. With the bonus 5, the score up to 170. Angle in too much this time from Shah. Oh my, Kamal, that's beautiful. Picked it up off the pads, back at a square on the 45 maximum. Good way to get first runs off the bat. Start with a big one. It's a very good start. It was a bit loose there from Suman Shah. Ken angling down that leg side. Needs to start it outside off. Does start this one outside off, but too far outside off. Nobody outside on the offside as well. It's not going to go all the way for a maximum, but it will be 4 runs. Just the start. Green Ink wants to chase down this big total. Run rate required 8.15. Current run rate 24. I'm sure that'll tank down just a touch, but Kamal did a good job with the ball. Did a good job in the field with catching, and he's doing well with the bat. Almost lured. There was a trap set here for Kamal. They put the backward square back on the ropes. Well, that's a 6 straight over the top of the keeper's head. Being inventive here. Kamal, he moves to 17 off the first over, total of 20. Green Ink need another 151 in 19 at 7.95. Susan Shrestha to bowl over number 2. So the two who formed that 71-run partnership for Nepal Rhinos, opening the bowling. As I said, we expected to see both freshters with ball in hand today. Bikash later on. Susan gets first dibs. Oh, slip in the field has allowed that one to go through. I'm going to get back for at least two, even with a little bit of a trip on the mat there for Kamal. Gets back safely. Gets through the fielder again at cover. This time it goes all the way for four. Captain has to go pluck that one out. Cover fielder having a bit of a torrid time of it at the moment for Nepal. And this time manages to flick it away through gully, back-to-back fours. Sama now, Usman, I should say, getting in the runs. It's going to be a race between these two. Well, 17 off 5. Ayub 11 off 4. You'd have to hit a maximum now to tie the run chase. It's not going to be. And finally, the cover fielder manages to get it to stick in the hands and keeps it to a dot. Put extra fielding in now. The cover fielder moves to extra cover, and they've brought in a shortish catching cover. Usman asking umpire Yadav for a wide. Request denied. And after going for 10 off the first three, goes for 3 dots to finish off the second. Green ink, 30 for the loss of no wicket after 2, netting another 141. We said the two Shresters would bowl, and now it's Bikash's turn, following on from Susan. The deliver from Kamal, that's just been absolutely smoked. Straight back over mid-off's head. Swinging hard again, and this one's going through cow corner. It's just a matter of how far it goes. It goes all the way. Big maximum. Big runs already, and this time I think that's got up into the helmet. Did it? I'm sure. Not doing any tests, so it's on the arm. You can see a bit of an drifter onto the arm. Oh, did he get it up onto the helmet? I did see the strap flopping on down, but he seems fine. All set as we lose the camera. They just take a single onto the leg side. Yet to have an over that's gone for single figures so far from Nepal Rhinos. 20, 10, 11 with 2 balls left of the third. Green Ink, who can only bat 10 today, plus the body run, and looking to go. It doesn't matter. We're going to win this one anyway, but have they got the edge? Yes! The finger goes up from umpire Yadav, and Bikash gets the breakthrough. Ayab out for 11. Green Ink leads there first on 41. It's nice of our camera to come back up by consent. Pulled up by those two out in the middle. Happy to get the breakthrough. Farouk Saeed comes out at the line. Green Ink players with different names on their back. So I'm not sure that we should call him Farouk or call him Vivek. He's got Vivek. The last game, it was a Saturday game for KCC. He was wearing the blue shoes and he scored big that day. It was about 2 seasons ago. Found them out of the closet. He's on strike. 1 ball left of the third. And that beats the outside edge as well. Not far away from getting another wicket. A successful over for Nepal. That's 7.65. They've only got 9 wickets. Camera 2 is not playing nice. But he got Takuri to signal, but I think it's now it's 2 wides. This time gets the edge and feathers it through the slip cordon where there is nobody for runs. Runs continue for Green Ink. And runs continue for Kamal. 32 off 10. Not bad to get into your 30s and still have a strike rate of 320. That's exactly what Kamal's got at the moment. That's his 6th boundary. Frustrated. Literally one stump to aim at there. You could see because we were side on as the attempt came in. Farouk this time, feathering it. He's not going to make the boundary. So they'll just get 1. Brings up the 50 for Green Ink. Inside 4 overs. Outrageous run rate at the moment, 14.29. Fuel came from the keeper first. Bowler second. Turned down by umpire Yadav. Just flicked off the off stump. All the way again. Short boundary, backward a square, of course. Just picking out the banyan tree and going for another maximum. His 4th, 39 off 13. Still going at a strike rate of 300. This wasn't down leg or anything. You can see almost all three stumps as he's picked it up, but the length was a little shorter. Kamal's just said, thank you. I'll help that on its way. One ball left to the fourth. Fast and shorter this time. I think it's beaten everybody. Come off the shoulder of Takuri. That's a wide. Went down leg and need to re-bowl that one. Wide +1. This is another double figure over. 17 off it with one ball left. And that will be it. 4 done. 2 remain in the power play. 50 up. 8 for 1. Green ink needing another 113. Getting that run rate required down. Now down to 7.06 with the 16 overs remaining. Vikash Rashta to continue. The sole wicket taker so far. Successful in his first. And the big hitting Kamal on strike. It's a big hitting up in the air. 2, 3 converging underneath it. They need to take the catch. They do take the catch. That's a massive wicket. Kamal departs for 30. Sepesh has got 2. And Nepal try to get themselves back in the game here. It's a great effort. We'll get confirmation on who took the catch, but really was a tough chance running backwards. It's one of those ones in grade 2 you pretty much expect to go down rather than be taken. We'll get confirmation who took the catch as another guest coming out at number 4 for Green Ink. So I have to wait for confirmation on that as well. It was Century that took the catch there. Really good effort. Through this delivery and then oh, this could be another wicket. Has he got 2 in a row? He's going to be on a hat trick as Summer comes and goes. He's out for a golden duck. Green Ink trying to do exactly what Nepal Rhinos did in the first innings and have a bit of a collapse after a massive first opening partnership. That's the end of Summer for a golden duck. Another catch to Takuri. And Vikash has got 3 and is on a hat trick. Pretty good edge on that one. It was taken at first slip. Triple coming up as Rahim Nawaz heads out. Middle at number 5, Green. He had in the first hat trick inning. And this both in playing. Oh, bit anticlimactic as he drags it down loud. Innings. Anything visible, of course, especially in grade 2 KCC Morning League. And it's game on now. Comparison time. Just lost their first run, and then they were 84 for 6. All still out there. Face about it. Film took off. So 2 W's, so 3 balls left, 5th. The pads and a nine. He's got another one. Vikash has got 4, 3 in 1 wicket. And another in ink. They lose their fourth on 61. What a spell this is from Vikash Shrestha. Green Ink have lost 4. Vikash has got 4. 4 for 14. This over has only noughts and W's on it. A couple of WDs. 3 of them. 3 wickets, 3. Mahayam coming out to the crease. Mahayam Zaman. Coming in at number 6. Did a very nice left-hand flick run out. Left-hand Loach, who gently gets right. They both under wickets. Who gently gets right. They both under wickets. Hit well, get through one fielder, but they're not going to take this for leading a single. 10-minute over here. 10-minute over here. That fifth delivery was bowled 8 minutes after the first one was. Well, it's 3. Fifth is finally done. Green Ink, 62 for 4. Done. Green Ink, 62 for 4. They need another 109. Run rate required 7.27. You can see on screen. He's still got 2 overs left. He's going to keep getting 4 wickets every 2 overs. He's going to get through most of Green Ink. Remembering only 9 wickets every 2 overs. He's going to get through most of Green Ink. Remembering only 9 wickets available. Sujit is going to have a bowl. Sujit, the 5 of the power play. Sujit Limbu. Lots of field changes after that blistering first here on Green Ink. Oh, big. They've got a player out in the deep. Head 6 cover fielder. Shah out there. He's one of the tallest out there for Nepal, but just 6. So to go straight this time. It is. Century, another catch. And that's the end of 7. 1 tab just to an end, and half gets more than. Apologies for some of the glitches that are going on at the moment. The internet is not playing nicely. Another successful over, another big one. 11 runs coming from it, but a wicket again. So the power play is done. What an eventful power play that was. 73 for 5 after 6. At the same time, Nepal Rhinos was 61 for 2. Century into the attack, taking 2 catches, 2 great catches for Nepal. From very wide, off the pitch, onto the pitch, and drag that one down leg. Short this time. And given the treatment from Farouk, it's what it deserved. It was too short from Century. And backward of square on the 45. Short boundary for 4. Farouk doing his best to keep green ink in this one. Feel like I don't want to jinx Rahman Nawaz by saying he needs to form a partnership with Farouk, because every time I've said that, the batter's got out. That's a better length from Century, so they'll take 1. Shah with putting the boot down to one for it was thick and didn't now landed run. They're keeping the long on in place. They've got a long off. Now they've got 2 really out on the offside. So one's coming inside. Well, now floating. They want to put more out on the leg side. So deep square leg, deep mid wicket. Keeper's going to have to do the fielding here, as there's not too many. Actually, there's none. There's 0 fielders inside the circle on the leg side for the left-hander. A little bit of bat allows Rahman to get off the mark. Oh, picks the gap beautifully. Goes through cover point this time. 2 fielders came inside. Both fielders just turned around and looked and watched that one as it was almost at the ropes already. Too wide, not some width given. Thank you very much. Back, steps back, backward point cannot. He's inside the tram line. A couple of dots to finish off with. Still yet another over that's gone for double figures. 11 coming from the 7th as Green Ink moved to 84 for 5. Mara, let's put up the Manhattan, shall we? And see well ahead at the moment on runs to comparison. Not so much on wickets in hand. They're 22 runs ahead of where Nepal Rhinos were, but they're 3 more wickets down. After 7, Sujit will continue, successful in his first over. Got one left-hander. Can he get another one? This time Rahman's just happy to guide it onto the offside. Remains 7 on the Century. And also somebody sitting down there. I could see that lurking. Rahman did. They rotate the strike again. The tidy over so far from Sujit. Just 2 singles. You can get away with this one without a boundary. It's going to be the one goal. 2 singles coming from the 8 green. 85 more runs required in 12 overs with wickets remaining. Century again to bowl. 11 off his first. Farouk Saeed on strike. He swings hard. They've got coverage, deep extra cover. One in short. Toe poke. Bit of a yes, no. But they'll get through for another single. You can see the run rate required still not an issue. 7 and over. Oh, this is going to be close. If that hit, that was out. But Farouk turned around and went, oh, hang on. He's throwing to my end. The throw from the captain. Malakar. Plenty wide. It's left-right combination, putting pressure on the field as they're constantly having to run. That's gone up in the air. Is anyone going to get there? There, no. Falls short and then scoots on through. They'll only take one. There's two calling for it. Wonder if Takuri, perhaps with the gloves, could have got closer in the end. Backward point was the one running in. And again, oh, stutter, but plenty of time to get a run. Singles up only so far. First over going for 11, second one 5. Could mathematically go for 11 again, depending on where Rahman puts this final delivery. Going to be coming from the 9th. Green Ink 91 for 5, needing another 80 at 7.2. Sons of Harris equal. Rhinos 4 for 5 at this point. Sujit's going to continue bowling. 2 overs, 1 for 13. Take us to the halfway mark. The partnership up to 18. Which I'd have to say is probably the second best partnership of the day so far. We go off to Match Centre. The KCC Match Centre tells me everything. I'll just click on the green ink batting. Second best. Third best of 17 was the second wicket partnership. Of course, the opening partnership of 41. Now get through for a single on a double miss field. Got through one fielder and then a bobble on the second. Want to be giving up too many easy runs through the misfields for Nepal. So if these two get set, very accomplished batters, both of them. And they could easily take green ink home from here. 94 off 9.4. But Sujit. And that one for Rahman. After feather it, clever. Kept the bat well away from the ball. Oh, this has gone up in the air and the keeper's getting underneath it. Can he take a third catch? He certainly can. Takuri gets the catch. Sujit gets his second and another wicket falls for Green Ink. They're 94 for 6. Rahman out for 5. Another big wicket and a partnership broken. Farouk Saeed's going to run out of batters at this rate. All weeks to full for no reason. Wicket bust too late. Gansani will go join Farouk Saeed. Needs a captain's knock. We like to say that quite regularly, but definitely needs one. up to the halfway mark. 10 overs done, 10 wickets, 477, which means the run rate required slowly pushing back up towards the 8 mark. Got down as low as 7. It's been a pretty good effort so far from the Nepal Rhinos. They put on their biggest score by far in the competition, and now they're giving Green Ink a run for their money. Oh, that was rather full, but just stopping pressure. There's a chance. Be the wicket they want, or they could just try to find the other 3 and leave Farouk stranded, not out. Their first crack, Sunny. And that's popped up in the air. If they had a mid-on, Ganshani would be out right now, but they don't because they had a long on in place instead. So he gets a single and rotates the strike to Farouk Saeed. One good thing for Nepal, right left hand field change. Now that I don't know. I talked about it in the first innings how the boundaries of Nepal Rhinos. That long on is now floating. So if a ball pops up to that circle mid-on position, they'll be able to get there. Oh, that's a big top edge. There could be a chance as well. Getting underneath, it takes the catch, and they've got another one. That's the end of the captain. Barakat Sani out for 1. Green Ink lose their 7th on 97. Farouk Saeed could well be stranded without any batters left at this rate. 2 wickets to go for Nepal. Still spare. Backward a square on the 45 on the circle. Takes the catch. Well, Judge Catch had plenty of time to think about it as Ankit Joshi comes out to the crease, a.k.a. Sidhu. Joining Beck, a.k.a. Farouk Saeed. Got Sidhu, Vivek, Ibrahim, 2 guests. Anyone else we noticed with? I think that's the lot for everyone else has got their own shirt on for Green Ink. Which means they've got a few players missing today, which is why the likes of Mahayam Zaman and Farouk are chipping in to help out the team. But you can only play who turns up, and Nepal at the moment doing a good job against the team that has arrived for Green Ink. 97 for 7. 2 more wickets. This game is done. 74 more runs in 9.1, and Green Ink get the win. Ankit survives. Very tidy over. 3 runs and a wicket coming from the 11th. As Green Ink, 97 for 7. The run rate required, pushing up over 8 again, 8.22. That means 74 off 54 deliveries from here. Sujit going to bowl out. Sujit Limbu, 3 overs, 2 for 16 so far. They're going to push everyone back on the ropes. Still, I know it's Farouk on strike, but I guess they had 1 carry out to the deep already today. I think that was Mahayam's big hit. But Farouk doesn't tend to see the boundaries long so much. So I'd rather see them floating. It's that boundary okay, though, because he's going to the short square leg boundary, and he's got all of it and more, as that has probably left the ground. That was a big one from Peru, keeping them in the game. Brought up the century, of course, 103. He's going to take at least one. Should push for two. Century coming around. No, they're only going to take one. Joshi was sent back by Farouk, so he needs to survive now. So he said they're bringing everybody in for Uncle Joshi, except for a deep mid wicket. They've got a floating long off as well. The pad, not out, says umpire Yadav, and that's because it was going down leg. Again, as they can't get Farouk's 8 out, just get everyone else out. Be the job. Oh, I wonder how close that was to a miss stumping. Well, Sujit got one ball left before he has bowled out. It's been beautiful, 2 for 23. He is now bowled out and will finish on 2 for 23 off his 4. And 12 done. 7 coming from that over. So 8.38 required from here. 67 off 8. 2 wickets in hand. Shah back into the attack. Suman Shah opened the bowling. Don't think we've seen him since. It's because he went for 20 in his first over, so he had a rest. Different batters out there now, so they've brought him back into the attack. Wasn't far away from the top of off stump. Let's be honest. It was a good ball. That's what he did in the first over. A few to nip too far back with his action down leg. Kamal also gave him some treatment. It's a good angle, the way he bowls. He's tall. As I said, I'm pretty sure he's the tallest player out there for Nepal Rhinos. Probably by about 3 or 4 inches. Bikas also a tall man, but everyone else not so tall. That's going to be 4, though. That's the one you got to worry about, where he drags it onto the hip. And it just helped around the corner. Almost back to the hands of Shah. Just outside the left arm. Gets one ball left. First over went for 20. This one's not going for that many. That's a good result for Nepal. Into the body. Finish off a dot. So 5 runs coming from the 13th. Starting to get tight for Green Ink. They need 62. Now at 8.86 and over from here. Oh, hang on. We're not done yet. There's a no ball. Which is going to cause our scoring system no end of grief, but go back and edit that one up. Free hit coming up for Ankit Joshi. Still not sure what's going on. I think it was a fielding infringement, no ball. And if that's the case, apart from the one that was infringing, nobody else can move. There's a delay here. Farouk's involved, the captain for Nepal. Malakar's involved. The keeper's involved. Umpire Imran Arif's involved. Okay, Imran's just letting Captain Malakar know how many were outside. Okay, free hit. Dot ball. That was a lot of effort for a dot ball. End of the over, just an extra going in. So 6 off it. 13 done. 61 runs required after with 42 balls remaining. 8.71 is the number that Green Ink need. And they're pulling the trigger here, Nepal. They want to clean up these final 2 wickets. Vikash Shrestha. He's got a 4-for already. That's not going to carry out to long off because they weren't floating. Coach Aaron will get off his high horse about that now. For anchored Joshi, they're going to float that, which is wise. He's not going to hit as big as Farouk. This is the wicket they can get. They want to attack the number 9. Shrestha, he's 1 wicket away from his Michelle. He's not going to get him with the wide, though. See if he stays over the wicket or decides to come into the left-hander. At the moment, he's happy to stay over and push the ball across the body. That'd probably take out any chance of an LBW, though. One at the outside off wide, one down the leg side for wide. They want to toy with this, Nepal. They want to finish it off. They're in the box seat here at the moment, but they want to be giving up plenty of extras, and then they pick up the occasional boundary. He's made the adjustment now. He's going to go around the wicket. Does that get the job done? Oh, that's a fluky 4. That's the boundary. I said it can come. You swing hard enough. A couple of extras, a boundary, and all of a sudden, off the first 2 deliveries of this over, they've already got 7 runs. They only need 8 and a bit. So keep themselves in the game. Well, I was saying that perhaps Joshi's not going to be the man that's going to hit big, but that is massive. He has smashed that through forward square for 6. And boom, just like that, less than 50 runs required for Green Ink. A 26-run partnership between these two. Just what Farouk Saeed wanted. Somebody to stick around and put a partnership together with him. Use the pace of Bikash Shrestha. Put in the slot and given the treatment. He's been expensive. What's Bikash got in reply? Oh, they don't have a deep mid-wicket, so no one's going to catch that one. And it's going to go for 4. Massive over in the context of the game for Green Ink. Okay, it's not 4. Somehow it has stopped in some little hollow just before the ropes, which is why they're gesturing out in the outfield. Didn't roll on. Rope set all the way back to the ground today. It's a 2, but still 15 runs. Oh, we've got another delay here. Okay. We're all agreed. 15 runs so far. With the 2 runs coming off that previous delivery. 2 balls remain. 125 on the board. Goes the Yorker length. Chops out. Oh, a pick up by the captain. And a direct hit. I think Ankit was going to be short, but neither of those two things happened. The pick up and throw did not, as he misfielded it. Get a bit of nervy out there for the Nepal Rhinos, perhaps. 45 required. 16 off this over. 1 ball left. Farouk Saeed back on strike. A good Yorker length and beautifully chopped out by Farouk. He's just going to go through forward point for another boundary. Massive over. 20 runs coming from the 14th. As Green Ink moved to 130 for 7. They need just 41 off 6 now. Under 7 and over. It was above 8 and over just an over ago. Now 6.83. $33-run partnership between Farouk Saeed and Ankit Joshi. There it is on screen. 33 off 20, which means it was 13 off 14 because they just put 20 runs on in 6 balls. So massive. Suman Shah to continue. 3rd over. No one popping up in the air, but not carrying to Malakar. Roll Vikash Shrestha. He had 4 for 15. He's got 4 for 35. Shah, he's pegged it back as nicely after going for 20 in his first over, 6 in his second, and only because of a unforced no ball. Otherwise, it would have been 5. And he started with 2 dots here. Guided. They've got the fly gully, though. You can see just there on screen. Good field placement. This is going to be tight. It's a seesawing affair here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Another wicket, and you'd say that Nepal's got this covered. These two stay together and get the partnership up over 50. And it could be Green Ink's game. Could they get out of jail? Heel from Shah to the left-hander. He came a long way down, and it looks like it pitched outside leg. And he was a long way down and hit on the knee roll. There's at least 3 reasons I think umpire Yadav could have given that not out. Did. The maiden. We had a maiden today, Myra. First maiden of the day, and just on time for the Nepal Rhinos. Some Shah getting that one. So he's gone from going for 20, then went for 6, and then went for 0 in his 3 overs so far. He's heading in the right direction. Just needs to find a wicket. Susan Shrestha. He's going to come into the attack. Vikash will have a rest after that 20 run over. 3 overs. 2 overs, none for 27 for Susan. Farouk Saeed on 40. 41 off 30 required. He's going to start well. No, good sliding effort in the field. Keeps it to 1 and gets Saeed off strike. It's Sujit Limbu and the sliding effort in the deep there. A deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg in place for Ankit Joshi. We saw him go big. And he's going to try to go big again. It's up in the air. And the catch is taken. Stays inside the boundary, right on the ropes. The deep square leg takes the catch, and Ankit Joshi departs. A 34-run partnership comes to an end. Ankit out for 13, and Green Ink lose their 8th on 131. Get confirmation on who took the catch. Gagan Limbu taking the catch at deep square leg. He was right on the ropes for that one. Didn't have very much room to move. Just made sure he took the catch, and vital. Okay, 1 wicket left for Nepal Rhinos. The filling wicketkeeper Ajab Khan didn't get much of a chance to bowl except for the death over. Comes out, and number 10, the final wicket, with Abbas not allowed to bat. Oh, big thick edge. He's going to get off the mark with the boundary here. Six off 25 now. Still easily doable. That 1 wicket in hand can't be too risky. It could be not risky and just put it over the ropes. Can't get caught if it's out of the ground. And that's a good way to win. 10 runs to Ajab off 4 deliveries and wicket falling. So they move to 141 for 8. 4 overs remain. 30 required off 24. Who is going to win this great KCC Morning League match? Again, going down to the wire. Century to bowl over 17. Farouk Saeed on strike. And starts with a boundary. Farouk moves to 45. Can this be a player of the match innings from Farouk Saeed? A bit of excitement finally from the Green Ink dugout. It's been a pretty miserable batting innings so far, but they're still in it. How? Oh! That's been put down. He's hit it straight to the captain, Malakar, at point. Nobody floating. Everyone back. So the calls of catch goes unheeded. How expensive is that drop catch going to be? Dropped on 45. And now they need 24 runs. 3 balls remaining. And I'm not sure what this is going to be. It's not going to be a boundary. I'll get one. One off the bat. Oh, it's getting nervy for everyone out there in the middle. Not for us in broadcast. We like a good, exciting game. Gets me up and about and yelling and screaming. 2 balls left. And I'll push another one. Keeping the runs required under control. They're pushing it back towards the runner ball. Well, you can say Nepal Rhinos had this game. That catch on ball number 2, this over would have ended it. The nerves means the game goes on. End of the over, 22 required off 18. Susan Shrestha to bowl out and to bowl the 18th. 3 overs, 1 for 38. Successful in his third. Farouk on 47. He's going to be on strike. Here we go. 18 deliveries remaining. 22 runs required. Missed everything. Dot ball. 22 off 17. Feel like that's too low a score for Nepal to defend. They're going to have to find the wicket somehow. Because things like that can happen. Good fielding keeps it to 1. Lucky to get away with that one, the full one. Farouk's managed to pick out the deep square leg. 150 up for green ink. 21 required. A jump. Swings hard, swings high. It's up in the air. 4 converging. There could be a collision. Nobody gets there. And another bad chance goes begging for Nepal Rhinos. Akash Yadav, the umpire, was in trouble there. Sort of right in the pinnacle of 3 very rapidly approaching Nepal Rhino players. In the end, nobody got there. Change in field. And that one's gone up in the air. They're swinging hard, and that one finds the boundary. Great runs for Green Ink. Bad news for Nepal. 16 required now of 14. Brings up the half century for Farouk as well. 52 off 38. 7 fours and a maximum. Could it be a match-winning innings? It seems like it now. Given a chance on 46. Take the chances. Then a given. 15 off 13. Ajab to face the final delivery of the 18th. He finds an easy single. They're going to have to try to cover the singles as well as covering the boundaries here in Nepal. As I said, I don't think they can defend 14 off the final 2 overs, I should say. 12 deliveries to come. Shah to bowl the penultimate over. Very animated Green Ink dugout now. They thought they were gone for all money, but Farouk at no point has given up. He's at a non-striker's end. Ajab on strike. Shah. 3 overs, 1 maiden, none for 26. He said how his overs have got better as they've gone on. Can he generate the wicket that's required to get the win here for Nepal? They're winless so far in Grade 2 of the Kowloon Cricket Club Morning League. They're going so close. At the moment, Green Ink look like they could snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. 7 run stuff now as they only need 7 and over and brings Farouk back on strike. Good result for Green Ink. Protection in the deep. They'll get one. 12 off 10. We're going deep. 2 maximums win it for Green Ink. 1 wicket wins it from the Nepal Rhinos. Ajab walks away before it's delivered. Just to add to the excitement and stress out in the middle. Swing and a miss, just outside off. Said I don't think it's possible Nepal can dot this out. Anything's possible. They just need to find 9 more dots. They win. But it's going to be tough. 12 off 9. Pushes onto the leg side. They take 1. 11 off to 8. No misfields, no extras. That's the goal here for Nepal. Can't be giving away anything free. Farouk, 54. And what's shaping up to be a match-winning innings for Green Ink. Big edge down there. Catch is taken. Nepal get the win. Farouk departs for 54. They're bowled out for 160. The game is over. Nepal Rhinos have registered their first victory in the Grade 2 2024-25 Kowloon Cricket Club Morning League season. Wow, that was exciting. Watch the replay. Big top edge. They put the player in place. No stress. And with a 4-putt devastating the top out order of Green Ink, the player of the match today is going to go to Bikesh Shrestha. And run victory for Nepal Rhinos. As we just quickly log the player of the match in the system, we'll go have a look at the batting and bowling cards before we wrap up the broadcast. What an exciting week of cricket we've had here in the Kowloon Cricket Club Morning League. And there it is, Green Ink. Massive start off the bat of Ayub and Kamal, especially 39, and that half century coming in at number 3 for Farouk Saeed. Almost got Green Ink home after the rest collapsed around him. A late cameo from Ankit and Ajab, but 160 on the books means that Nepal Rhinos get the victory. Let's look at the bowling card for Nepal Rhinos, and of course dominated by that 4 for 35, 3 wickets in an over for Bikesh Shrestha, wickets 2 for Limbu and singles for Shah, Sultan Shrestha and century, who took 2 great catches out in the deep as well. So there we have it, here live from Kowloon Cricket Club News. Nepal Rhinos notching up their first victory of the season. Green Ink go 1 and 3. And we'll be back next Wednesday with all the live action of the Kowloon Cricket Club